Happy mid-morning, guys. It's raining here and it's supposed to rain hard today, so I will spend the day filling the pond. But obviously, I can't do a whole lot outside, so that means I'm doing some stuff inside. For me, that means kind of doing some inventory. And believe it or not, here it is, it's November, and I'm kind of thinking about prepping for my spring garden. It'll be, about 8 weeks or so, 10 weeks before I start doing seedlings. But I got, doing my planning, I've already figured out what I'm going to plant next year, but start thinking about what do I need and where I'm going to put it, that sort of stuff. Like a lot of you, I probably read a lot, okay? And I mean, whether it's news, whether it's preparedness stuff, whether it's fiction, whether it's fact, whatever, trying to think of things, come up with things that I haven't thought of. And I'm currently reading a book called Survivors by James Wesley Rawls. And it's an interesting book. It's about what happens when the world goes through an economic crash, what they call in the book the crunch. Okay. I don't know about you guys. Everybody has their own idea what's going to happen. I'd say the probability of the biggest SHT event that we're going to run up against is economic turmoil. Okay. And, we hear all the stories about CBDC and, we're so far in debt, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We all get it, okay? The FTX crash with crypto and, Bitcoin is trying to struggle to stay above 16,000. And now you've got these guys who are calling for 13,000 Bitcoin are now calling for 10,000 Bitcoin. Yeah. So it got me to thinking as I was reading this book, kind of read a chapter or so each night before I go to bed. And I ran across part of it last night, which was brilliant, okay? And thinking about it a little bit, I was like, this makes a lot of sense. Now, what do we all save first and foremost? Food and water, okay? What is going to be needed more than anything else in an SHTF situation? Food and water. Therefore, what is going to be the most sought-after commodity? Food and water. If you can provide the food, water's a little different story, but if you can provide the food for people, you can be in a very good position. Let's just put it that way. In the book, the character finds an old abandoned store that was for rent and offers the guy $5 a month in silver to rent the store. Okay, that's immaterial. But how does she start a store? What do people need? Food. Okay, seeds. This could feasibly be one of the most valuable commodities that you have. Now, few of you have told me that Dollar General has their seeds on sale again for 10 cents a pack. Okay, you know what? You could probably find enough change in the couch cushions to go buy 10 packs of seeds. Not saying that you're going to plant them, that you're going to store them. And everybody say, well, seeds go bad. Slowly, depending on the plant, okay? Some seeds are still very viable 10 years from now. Some seeds maybe only a couple of years from now, okay? But even then, maybe that's worth doing a little bit of research to see what you can find in the way of seeds. Now, I'm going to give you a couple ideas. The prepper mantra, beans and rice. What is it? Anybody says, I'm going to start prepping. Where do I start? Buy beans and rice. Buy a bag of beans, right? Red kidney beans. Buy a bag of beans. mixed beans, pinto beans, and Great Northern beans. What's in there? You know what I have here? That's a pound of seeds that I could grow God knows how many kidney bean plants out of. The other bag, 2 pounds of seeds. Okay, I could go to the store right now and, at today's prices, probably buy those 2 bags for $5. I could cook them, I could eat them, and they will give me a few meals. Use this as a thought. Give a man a fish. Those bags of beans, 3 or 4 meals, right? 4 or 5 meals maybe. How many plants can I grow? How many more beans could I grow with those? Let's take a look at something simple. That is a very ripe, ready pepperoncini. That is all the seeds in one pepper. How many plants can I grow and more peppers off of one of these? Okay. Literally, you could take everything out of here and trade it for something else that you need. One pepper is worth what in an SHTF situation? Maybe a box of ammo, maybe a radio, a blanket, something. One stinking pepper, if you have the foresight to save it. If there's anything that will be of value, monetary value, in an SHTF situation, it's going to be food. Now, I'm going to give you some stats on this. COVID, all right? And I'll link this below so you can read this. During the pandemic, 18.3 million new gardeners started growing their own food. Most of them were millennials, okay? They don't know how to do it. They're trying to learn whatever would be, just like we all were or still are when we started, okay? They're going to need seeds. If they're trying to learn how to grow something, my guess is, we went to the store and we bought our bags of black cow and we bought our bags of seed and all that sort of stuff, okay? When they can't buy it, then what, okay? 42% of gardeners spent more time in the garden during the pandemic. Global online sales of gardening tools, gardening goods as a whole, doubled during the pandemic. 55% of Americans garden. Millennials make up 29% of those 55, okay? Americans spend $48 billion a year on gardening equipment, okay? Why? Because a lot of people realized, holy crap, tomatoes are $3, $4 a pound in the store, and I like tomatoes, and gee, I can grow my own, okay? I'm not talking about grow your own in that respect, but yeah, that'd be a cash crop too. It's just good luck trying to do it, okay? The average garden yields about $600 in produce a year, okay? At the beginning, you're going to probably break even between, like I said the other day, lumber and whatever would be, okay? Your soil amendments, depending on how well you can source them on your own. Okay. If this many people started gardening during the pandemic, during the lockdowns we had, how many people do you think are going to want to start or decide they need to start during a serious SHTF situation? I don't know, something like groceries aren't affordable, okay? If all of a sudden you're the one with the means to provide that for them, you could be rich, okay? And I don't want to say that in the terms of, gee, you're going to be a Rockefeller, a Bezos, or something like that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying rich here in your heart, okay? Because now you are the one that is able to provide. And therefore, you are also the one that is able to get some of the things you need. You have a little baby, you need diapers. Yeah, I'll trade you some seeds for a bag of diapers. Okay, whatever it would be. Or you need fuel, or you need whatever. You're going to have the commodity that every single person needs. You can get this stuff cheap, cheap, cheap now. 10 cents a seed, or I'm sorry, 10 cents a pack of seeds at the dollar store. I mean, even if you found it for 25 cents, that's still dirt freaking cheap, okay? Even if that's $2, how many little, yeah, I'll trade you 20 seeds. How many seeds are in here? 500? You know, the other bag, what, 1,000? You know, how much can you turn on that? That's what I'm saying. Think way out ahead. In the worst case scenario, what do you have? You got a bag of beans, or you got some seeds, okay? If you buy 10 bags of seeds and you're out $1, okay, that's really low risk for the potential return that you could have in the future. You know, we talk all the time about, gee, I'm so happy I bought these groceries a year ago. Look, it was 79 cents. Now it's $1.69 or whatever it is. Same thing right here, guys. You can go out and buy real cheap a lot of seeds that can turn into a lot of value in the future. Something I read, thought it was important to share. Solutions every once in a while are a good idea. Pinball out.